Miss Wanda, you recently said what goes around comes around, where that concrete company that did all that work for Marceau and Letitia and Marceau didn't pay them are saying what goes around comes around, but they're also saying, show me the money. Let's talk about it. All commentary is alleged and in my very own opinion. Please don't forget to support the channel, like, share, and subscribe. So first I want to say that I think that this lien that I'm about to talk about, and shout out to the heirs who provided this information. This lien that I'm getting ready to talk about is against Marceau and Letitia's property where they're building their home. They call it Scott Manor. I think that they say it's in the mountains. And my only question is, if you have never built a house on flat land, why would you go and try to build a house in the mountains on your own? Who does that? There are probably architects, home builders that been in the business for years wouldn't try to build no house in no mountain. Now I could be wrong. This is just what I think, that Marceau is trying to build this 3-story house in the mountain. Well, I think here's the other thing I think, and all of this is alleged. Marceau took services from a company. They either dug concrete or poured concrete. I think they must have dug up some rocks on that property. Just my opinion, because I saw him recently pouring concrete. So it wasn't concrete that they were pouring. I think that they were digging up these rocks, and he hired this company, but he did not pay these people their money. So somehow he got out of not paying them. Maybe on a technicality. I have to go back and look at that. Trending at some point I think she did a story on it. But either way it go, Marceau thought he was out of the clear in paying these people. And I think these people was waiting in the cut. And he's on his Instagram bragging about his home that he's building, showing these different levels that he's, different phases that he's going through building the property. And the company, like, bam, they just slapped a lien on him for over $48,000 for the services that Marceau and Letitia received that they didn't pay for. And I think they're saying, again, they were waiting on him, and he's out there bragging. If he had just not saying nothing, maybe the people wouldn't know he was building out there. But maybe they was keeping an eye on him. But they waited just good until he started getting these different phases complete. And we've seen him talk about this house for quite a while now, him and Letitia. And I guess what? These people want their money. So they slapped a lien on the home that Marceau and Letitia are building. And I'm only bringing this up because Miss Wanda over there talking about what goes around comes around. I'm going to tell you, Miss Wanda, Marceau, Tisha, y'all not going to get away. Y'all think y'all got away with trying to scheme and scheme and scheme. But it ain't going to work for you. I know it seems like you're winning now, but let me tell you, and Carl Lucifer, and anyone else that was involved in the plot. All that stuff y'all plotted against the millimeters and against Melody is just going to come back and bite you. And that's all I got to say about that. But let's get into this lien. Okay, number one, the company put a mechanics lien on Marceau and Letitia's property. A mechanics lien is a legal claim that secures payment for labor and materials used to improve, maintain, or repair property. It's a statutory remedy that can be enforced against the property itself if the debt goes unpaid. Benefits for construction professionals. Mechanics liens incentivize property owners to resolve payment disputes quickly. The lien can prevent the property from being sold or refinanced until the debt is settled. So if Marceau go ahead on and settle this debt, then this lien will be released. But this company has been trying to get their money for years now. And this is what the actual lien states. The said lien is claimed to secure an indebtedness of $49,600 and $19.36 with interest for work, labor, concrete, and materials furnished in the construction and installation of improvements on the here above mentioned described real property, plus interest, attorney fees, and costs if applicable. The name of the owners of said property are Marsu' Javon Scott Sr. and Letitia Denise Scott as trustees. So this is a legitimate document. It is the state of Alabama, county of Madison, and this is a verified statement of the lien. The company files this statement in writing, verified by the oath of one of its representatives who has personal knowledge of the facts herein set forth. This judgment was recorded on March 31st, 2025 in the probate courts. And again, Marsu', in my opinion, thought he had gotten away with this, but they came right back. Just like Miss Wanda said, what goes around comes around. Pay these people their money, or you're going to have this lien on your property. And also, this judgment was recorded on March 31st, 2025. So they just slapped this lien on Marsu' and Letitia. And I'm telling you, I remember this case a long time ago where those people, the company, went out there and they dug up those rocks. Marsu' somehow felt like he didn't owe the people, so he didn't pay the people. The people said, you do owe me and I'm going to get my money. So they waited years until Marsu' and Letitia went out there and started building on that property. Then they went ahead on and put a lien on. You can't outsmart these people, Marsu'. Y'all may think you're smart, but you're not smart enough. When you start dealing with people that's been in business for years and you think you're going to take services from them and not pay them their money and think you're going to get onto your Instagram and brag about this stuff, and then think these people not going to get their money after they done came out there and drove all the way from Georgia, brought their equipment all the way to Alabama. That's over 4 hours. Take their equipment, their manpower, work for you to improve your property, and you don't pay these people their money, and then you think you're going to go out there and build and get away with it? Pay them people their money. Bye.
That's what I thought. Player. That's what I thought. Player.
So, Miss Wanda, you are correct. What goes around comes around. Nobody wish any harm or anything like that on anybody. But since you sit up and say what goes around comes around, just like when Marsu' tried to he put that lien on Zen Garden, and he know he messed them people's stuff up. He placed a lien on them people's property, and he ended up getting cut down in court. I don't care what you say. I don't care what Marsu' say. I don't care about none of that. Marsu' did not win that case, in my opinion, because if he had a warning, he would have showed the check. He got out by the skin of his rented 1010. And I'm going to tell you another thing. These people right here, they have been waiting for years to get their money, and they going to get their money. So you're right. What goes around comes around. Now that's all I have for this video. Please drop down in the comments and let me know what you think. This was somewhat of an educational video in reference to mechanics lien. Drop down in the comments and let me know if you know anything about mechanics liens, and if you think that Marsu' is going to have to pay these people their money before this lien comes out, or will he get off on a technicality like he think he's done before. Again, thank you so much for joining me. Have a beautiful day, and please don't forget to support the channel, like, share, and subscribe. Have a beautiful day.